Hey guys, so here's our last lard thing that we've been making. These three videos back to back here of different things we've been making out of lard on our farm because we just had way too much lard lately, or fat built up in that little freezer. So one of the things that we made along with those candles and soaps is suet bars for birds. If you know our farm at all, you know that we absolutely love the amount of wildlife that our farm has. And so we have a ton of bird feeders, like just normal bird seed bird feeders. We have over a dozen spread out throughout the farm, just because we like being out there and being around that many birds. We probably don't need that many because, to be fair, as much brush as we leave, we see them as frequently on the brush, like pulling aster seeds and things like that, you know, so there's tons of wild seed for them to eat. We just really like encouraging them to be around. So I built so many brush piles and things like that. But I like suet cakes. My wife does not like suet cakes, so I will be the one taking care of these. She doesn't like the greasy, fatty texture, which the homemade ones definitely have, same as the store-bought ones. It's not like you're getting away from that texture. Like, it's still going to be there. But you can make these homemade suet cakes. And this is one I've already thrown it in the freezer because we did all these the other day. When we got done rendering down our lard for soap and candles, there was a ton, and I mean a ton, of cracklings in this batch, okay? Like a ridiculous amount. We ate a bunch for Thanksgiving, like in our green bean casserole and stuff. And threw some in the fridge and some in the freezer and still didn't. It was like, oh my God, we'll never eat this much cracklings. And so I was like, oh shoot, okay, well we have a lot more pork fat to go. So we took the really, really fatty sections of the cracklings. We strained off, all the fat that we could, but then there was still a bunch of fat mixed in with it. So we took the really fatty cracklings, which pork is absolutely fine for birds. And so are the little bits of pork meat. You'll get mostly insectivorous birds, like woodpeckers and such, they're gonna go after this. But this is 3 parts of the crackling heavy suet, and you could just use normal lard. You don't have to use crackling heavy lard. We had the crackling heavy lard. I'm sure future batches will have different amounts of cracklings based on how many cracklings we have and what we want to keep for ourselves. But this is 3 parts that, probably about 1 part cracklings, 2 parts lard, if you're really curious. And you could replace that with like mealworms if you don't have that. Mealworms would be a fantastic substitution there. And then it's 2 parts bird seed and 1 part peanut butter. And I will, how about this? I'll just drop those like right in the text. My finger go there, and I think there, maybe there. I don't remember how many totals are supposed to be. There you go. It'll also be down in the description. So really, you just go down there and find the recipe for this if you want to make this. So all we did, right, was we mixed these up, and then we took and poured them in just your standard loaf pans. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? Here, I filmed a lot of that process. So now you know what this is, now you know what it's for. Let's roll over to that film and we'll just show you that real quick. Here's how we make this. All right, now that you've seen how we made that and seen it up in the tree, so let's go ahead and roll out of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching our video. If you like this content, and if you're gonna make these, let me know down in the comments. If you like the content, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can keep seeing more of this stuff rolling. Thank you to our Patreon supporters, Hunter and Ashley Raymond. Fingers crossed somebody joins you guys. I feel weird just calling just you guys out, but I really, really appreciate you. If you join our Patreon, you get a call out at the end of each of our videos. Eventually, that will probably, fingers crossed it grows that big. It'll be a list of names on the side. Fingers crossed again, not to get ahead of myself. I'm just hoping. If not, I'm just gonna keep rambling off names. I'll probably won't do a list of names until there's more than like 10. Until then, you'll get your name called out and links to your social media down in the description. So if you guys want to check out Hunter and Ashley's family's farm, they're down there in the description of every video since they joined. So, and I won't go back. So like if you just join once, as long as you're a member, for every video I make, I'm gonna keep putting your social media down there. I won't stop adding that until you stop being a member, and I'm never gonna go back and remove them. That'd be a lot of work. So, great way to get a little bit of extra shout out there. Plus, there's tons of cool perks in that, but I don't want to make this all about that. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys get to make some fun of the stuff like we did from all of our pork fat, because I'm sure if you raise pigs like us, you have plenty of extra pork fat laying around and are wondering what in the world to do with it beyond, you know, eating it. Like we bake and we cook with a lot of lard, but there's only so many things you can do. So, yeah, suet cakes are great. You guys have a great week.